everybody, and welcome back. As you saw from the title, today we're going to be making a quick and easy, no fuss, no complicated ingredients, traditional Southern style stewed chicken. Now let's get started. Alright, so to get started with our chicken, what I did was remove the skin in order to have a less greasy pot. We don't need all that excess fat in the chicken. So we have 3 leg quarters. So we have the thumbstick piece, the thigh piece, and then the backs. So I took off of 3 quartered chickens. So we're going to start with some salt and pepper, some onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. And we're just going to give this a quick mix to get the seasoning on the chicken. And to be honest, when I think about it, since we're boiling the chicken, we could have just put this all in the pot at the same time. But since I did it that way, I will go ahead and just do this. And I'm going to give you the link below with all of the exact measurements for the seasonings. So what we're going to do is just get this in the pot. So in the pot, I've added 1 tablespoon of butter to melt. And now I'm going to just go ahead and start adding the chicken. I'm just going to pretty much just put it all in there. So here's our chicken going in. So unlike some other recipes where you add the onions and peppers separately and you saute the chicken first and then take it out, what we're going to do is stew all of this together in the same pot. So what I'm going to do at this time is add a cup of some homemade chicken broth. I actually had that I made from some other chicken. And I'm going to add just about a 1/3 cup each of some onions and some peppers. These were actually frozen, so it's fine that we're going to be actually boiling them. Now I'm going to add about a cup of water. And guess what? That is it. We are going to bring this to a boil and let this cook for about 25 minutes before we come back to check on it. Okay, so here's our chicken that's been simmering for 25 minutes. So at this point, I'm just gonna give it a quick stir and leave it alone. Maybe turn some of the pieces over, but it still needs to go for a bit. So I just want to check it. At this point, since it's been cooking for 25 minutes, you could also taste the broth at this point if you want it, just to see if it needs a little bit additional seasonings. So I'm going to do that. It's actually not bad, but this is a meal that actually could benefit from a hefty dose of black pepper for some reason. Not sure why. Black pepper just really seems to enhance this. So I'm just going to give it a couple of sprinkles of some black pepper. And I'm also going to add a small chicken bouillon here because I've used only kosher salt before. It has very little sodium, so I'm just going to break it up. It's a small chicken bouillon, and I'm going to add 1 cut up scallion. This is optional, not necessary at all. I just like it, so I'm just going to go ahead and add that at this time. Just give it a stir, put some of the pepper in the bottom, and I'm going to let this go for approximately maybe 20 minutes or so. So just go ahead and cover it right back up. Let's just let this go and we will be back. Okay, so we are back and our chicken is simmering nicely. I did add 3/4 of a cup of water because it really boiled down. So at this point, what I'm going to do is add a little bit. I took a tablespoon of some cornstarch. You can use flour. Some people use flour. Flour is a little it's a lot thicker. I was gonna say a little thicker. It's a lot thicker, and you kind of have to really cook out that flour taste. So this is cornstarch and a little bit of cold water. I'm just gonna put a little and stir it and see how thick it gets before I just add it all. And also, depending on the size of your chicken and how high you have your flame, you will know, if you need to add additional water because it was really cooked down. So I'm just gonna add, let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna add it all. This was a tablespoon of cornstarch and some cold water. So I'm gonna go ahead, add all of that in. And this is really gonna help it to thicken up. And I'm just gonna leave this and let this go for another couple of minutes. I'm gonna turn it up slightly. Right? Okay, and I'm gonna let this go for probably another 10 minutes and then we should be done. Okay, everybody, so our chicken has been cooking for 10 minutes after I put the cornstarch in, and it has thickened up nicely, the gravy, and this is ready to plate. Okay, everybody, so here is our finished product and our stewed chicken. Look at this gravy. It's nice and thick, and this is ready for us to enjoy. Now that was my take on making a southern style chicken stew or stew chicken. So if you're looking for a very flavorful and tasty recipe that's simple without a lot of ingredients, this is the one for you. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again on the next one. Thanks for watching.